Hi! Alright, this is my second video going over my favorite things from the anime world in 2021. Last time I talked about my favorite ending themes. This time I'm talking about my favorite opening themes. Now, when it comes to OPs, I feel like most anime fans are a lot more excited about them. I mean, they're usually the songs that we remember the most, that we most strongly associate with the shows. And that's going to be for a couple of reasons, whether it's because they're harder to skip because they're at the beginning of the show instead of at the end, or because they're just designed to be hype and exciting. Either way, anime fans love OPs. And now, don't get me wrong, I love EDs too. I think they can be as good as OPs, and they're very often the source for great hidden gems, songs that people don't really pay attention to that can be some of the highlights of the year. But I can't lie, I definitely go crazy for OPs. And that's why today I'm very excited to present to you my top 10 anime openings of 2021. Let's not waste any more time. Before I get into the video, let me go over the rules for my list. Number 1, the songs that I include in my list don't necessarily have to come from shows that I liked or even watched. Basically, as long as I like the song, it's good to go in the list. Number 2, this ranking is based almost entirely on the music. While the visuals or how a show relates to the song can be factors in my enjoyment, I mostly think of the music, the songs themselves, when I'm making these rankings. And lastly, this list is based entirely on my own opinion, so if you don't agree with it, well, that's just that. Alright, let's get right into it. Before I get into the top 10 though, I'm gonna just go over some honorable mentions quickly. I'm gonna play short clips of them, and then when I get to the top 10, I'm gonna talk more in detail about these songs and why I like them. Let's go! At number 10, we got Mangetsu to Silhouette no Yoru from The Duke of Death and His Maid. And this song is sung by the two voice actors for the main characters of the show. Now, I found it hard at first to find things to say about this song because it is a pretty conventional sounding song for anime openings, but I think it's a very well done one. There's some really sweet melodies in the song that are supported by really great instrumentation, but the main focus is definitely the vocals. This song works as a duet between the two main characters. I really like, for example, the very rhythmic staccato vocals at the beginning of the song, or the interplay between the two characters. This song is trying to encapsulate the relationship of these two characters, which is also the main focus of the show. And it showcases the romance and sweetness that these two feel, but at the same time this sort of sense of yearning or kind of desperation that is also in there. I think that's perfectly represented by a line in the lyrics in the chorus in which they both at the same time sing, "I want to touch you but I can't," and that sort of feeling represents the core of this song and of the show at large. At number 9, we got the song number 6 by Miku Ito from Combatants Will Be Dispatched. This song hooks us right in with these horn arrangements and this very festive, vaguely tropical, almost carnival-esque type feel. I really like how right after that it goes into this really soft section, this really pillowy sounding section, and from then it starts to build back up until we get to the chorus. And the song overall is pretty chill. It's not super energetic or anything, but it still has that feeling of excitement that an opening should have. One of the strongest elements of this song, in my opinion, is the interplay between the flute and the horns. I believe that they use these two instruments to sort of mark the dramatic arc of the song, to mark the different sections. They utilize the flute for the sort of softer, calmer sections, and then when the emotions rise up, when the excitement rises up, they bring in the horns, and I think it's just really well arranged and really well composed and thought out. Also, this is not in the TV size, in the TV version of the song, but if you listen to the full version, after the first chorus there's a really sick trumpet solo, and I just thought I should let you know that. At number 8, we got Pink Blood by Hikaru Utada from To Your Eternity. This song is kind of going for like an R&B type of feel. It's got very sparse instrumentation, mostly these warm synth layers, and the main focus of the song is obviously the vocal performance. The performance is very soulful and very emotional, and overall it captures this feeling of drama and melancholy that's kind of the main focus of the show itself. This song, besides being a great song on its own, that I could definitely see people listening to even if they don't like anime, which is not the case for all like anime openings obviously. Despite the song setting up on its own, I think it also does an amazing job encapsulating the overall vibe, the overall emotions of To Your Eternity. At the end of the day, isn't that what an opening should do? Shouldn't an opening not only get you excited to watch the show, but also represent those emotions and those vibes? In that regard, I think this song does a great job. At number 7, we got Hikaru Toki by Hitsuji Bungaku from The Heike Story. This is another very emotional, very melancholy type of entry, but this one is an indie rock song instead. The song is really reverbed out, it feels really spacious, it feels really massive, which feels interesting because that contrasts with the arrangement itself, which is, again, pretty sparse. There's not a lot of notes happening, it's not that dense, but because of, again, this spacious feeling, it makes it feel huge. The best part about this song for me is sort of the emotion it's trying to portray, and I think that emotion is encapsulated perfectly in one specific line from the lyrics, from the chorus of the song, which says, "The world is beautiful." And this is an emotion that I think is also trying to be portrayed by the show itself. The emotion that sort of, the world is a cruel and ugly place, but at the same time it's beautiful, and I think this group managed to perfectly encapsulate that with the music itself, and it just makes it hit really hard emotionally for me, and I think it's a great song. At number 6, we got Rakuen by Fuji Fabric from Dr. Stone's Stone Wars, the second season of Dr. Stone. This is another song that I think shines in its simplicity and how direct it is, which I feel is starting to become a theme in these picks that I've made for the year. Stylistically, this song is going for more of like a funky vibe. It's got the guitars and horns being the main driving force of the song. Overall, the song has this very dramatic sort of feeling. It has these vibes of this is the final showdown, the final battle, which are kind of the vibes of the show in general as well. Again, another common theme with this song is how well it manages to represent this feeling while being a really stripped back and really simplistic arrangement. More instruments come in towards the chorus, but it's still not super dense, and it's really catchy. The melody is super catchy, especially the vocals towards the end, which are sort of like have this filter over them, so they feel kind of drowned out. The sense of drama, the sense of just overall drama in this song is what I think makes it so strong. Like I said, all these songs have in common that they're great arrangements because they're so simplistic and because they manage to represent the feelings, the vibes of their show so well with so little, with so few elements. At number 5, we got Kaibutsu by YOASOBI from the second season of Beastars. This song starts out right off the gate with these really driving, really strong kick drums mixed with this super like raspy synth. It's pretty striking right out of the bat. It's got this sort of like aggressive nocturnal synth pop vibe to it. Right before the chorus we start to bring in a couple more elements, such as this soft piano, which overall gives the song a little more complexity. And this song is another one which kind of embodies this like sort of sense of dramatism. Again, it's kind of a different genre than the previous songs, but I also think it represents that sense of drama very well. And I think that's part of what makes the song so striking and so memorable, besides the fact that it's catchy as hell. One of my favorite parts of the song is the synth solo towards the end of the song. I really like that synth tone, that synth patch that they're using, and it's just really cool and really like sort of caps off this really climactic and dramatic song. At number 4, we got Cinderella by Cider Girl from Komi Can Communicate. Now, for these past couple of songs I've been talking about how I think their strength lies in their simplicity and how they have really simple arrangements and how they make the most out of them. This song is kind of the complete opposite of that. This song is as maximalist as it gets. It's really dense, really lush sounding, and there's a little bit of everything in here. You got guitars, you got synths, you got strings, you got horns. It's all in there in this soup of sound, and it's intense. This dense instrumentation makes the entire song feel quite intense, but it's combined with this super sort of positive, summery vibe, this really positive energy, and that combination I think makes the song, like, again, really memorable, really striking. The overwhelming positivity of this song goes along perfectly with the positivity of the show itself. Like I said, I believe that the super dense, complex instrumentation in this song mixed with the positive energy is what makes this song killer for me. I would understand if a lot of people didn't like how dense it is, felt that it's a little cluttered, but I think it all works perfectly. At number 3, we got Crybaby by Official Higedandism from Tokyo Revengers. This is a song that's quite striking right out of the bat with these strong sort of staccato piano chords. The intensity rises up just even more in the song, like right before a brief break, a brief respite. When you get to the chorus, there's just these super emphatic vocals and vocal melodies, followed by, of course, the entire band coming in. Overall, this song has a really strong kind of like musical-esque vibe to it. That's sort of how I see it. Now, I'm not really a huge fan of musicals, but I think that this sense of like dramatized action that's going on in this song works really well in this one occasion, because this feeling of urgency and this sort of oppressive feeling that you get from the song just goes really great with the show at hand. At number 2, we got the opening for Odd Taxi, which is also called Odd Taxi by Skirt and Pumpy. Now this is a really like chill, jazzy sort of song. It opens up with just vocals and this jazzy guitar right out of the bat. It's got some really great vibes going on. But then when the rest of the instruments kick in, when the rest of the band kicks in, and it sort of opens up, and in the animation you like sort of zoom out to see the logo of the show, that's like a magical moment right there. Like, I don't know how to describe how magical that moment feels. It's incredible, really. And then you sort of kick in with these rap vocals. Another great aspect of this song is definitely the balance between the rapping and the singing. It overall has this very like sort of nostalgic kind of urban nocturnal vibe to it, which is the main appeal of this song, I believe. Overall, the instrumentation is great, the vibes are great, the vocals are great, and that saxo at the end of the song, beautiful. And at number 1, my favorite opening from the year 2021 is I Know Supreme by Fana from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid S, which is the second season of Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Now this song to me is a representation of pure joy. This song is overwhelming, it's overflowing with happiness in every single note, and it's infectious. It's a happiness that is infectious. It starts out with this choir which is inviting you to sing along right out in the lyrics, and that feeling just increases throughout the song as they bring in more instruments. They bring in the horns, the piano, the strings. This is a song which is also very densely layered, very busy arrangement wise, and again, like I said, the song just keeps increasing in intensity, but also keeps increasing in this overwhelming sense of joy that's like almost incredible that they managed to like put all this into music. It feels like a crowning achievement, really. Every new vocalist that comes in, every new instrument that comes in, it just adds to this feeling. It's infectious. Haven't stopped listening to it since the show came out almost a year ago at this point. This song feels like a crowning achievement in Fana's career and in the greater canon of anime openings in general. And this is one that seemed to get a lot of recognition, which is definitely great. I think this is the best one this year by far, and this year had a lot of really great songs that I liked. Anyway, I'm done talking. Just listen to it for a little bit and enjoy it. And that was it for my top 10 favorite openings of 2021. Those were my very favorites. What did you think? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you liked it. Please share the video around. 2021 in general was a really good year for anime, and openings are no exception. There were so many songs that I heard this year that I really, really liked. And obviously, I couldn't talk about all of them in this video. These were just my very favorites. If you're curious about all the songs that I liked, then go to the description and check out the full playlist ranked with all the songs that I liked from last year. Like I said, they're ranked, so the 15 songs that you heard in this video are all at the bottom of that playlist, and the rest of it is other stuff that I still like but couldn't quite fit into the video. Next time will be my third and last video going over my favorite things from 2021, and I'll be talking about my top 10 anime, my top 10 shows from last year that I most enjoyed. Well, until next time, I'll see you then. Goodbye.